Good morning, good morning. 45-minute class, welcome, welcome. You need some hand weights, some light hand weights, or some cans of tomatoes or beans, or a couple of water bottles. And it's going to be a mixture of body weight and a mixture of mat Pilates moves today. Okay, so you ready to get going? Let's go. Okay, so standing on your mat, come to the middle of your mat, roll the shoulders, big circles up and around. Obviously I've got no music playing in the background, but you're welcome to put on some tunes yourself in your background. I can't see you, no one else can see you, I can't hear you, but if you have any comments or you have any questions, you can go into your chat box and ask a question there. So just raise your arms up, see if your biceps can touch your ears, arms straight. And then you're just going to put your arms down by your sides, feet together, and then reach past your knees. Okay, so one hand's going to slide up your rib cage, one hand is going to slide down past your kneecap. All right, let's go 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to stand in the middle and swing one leg. So if your balance is not too good, you can just hold a wall or just pull a chair in and hold the side of a chair. And I want you to see if you can keep your legs straight. It doesn't matter if it has a little bend in it. How high can you swing this leg without your upper body moving around? Okay? So we go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then swap legs. So just take this leg to hip height, and if you can get your leg to hip height, then maybe you can try and get your leg to chest height. And really try and stay upright, stay nice and tall. How much movement have you got in your hip socket? On 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so then feet wide, and you're going to sink into your legs. So as you sink, you're going to lift one foot, and you're going to feel a little stretch on your inner thighs. Do that. You can push the pelvis behind you, but keep the chest long. Keep the chest up and the ribs long. All right, we go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then come down to all fours. Hands under the shoulders, arch your back, tuck the tailbone under, and then go back to neutral. Scoop. So you tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly button in, and then go back to neutral. 2 more. 1 more, and then you're going to put one leg out to the side straight. So I'll just give you a front view of that. Eyes in front of your hands, and then you're going to sit back. So my foot is almost level with my knee, and then as you sit back, your bum is moving down towards your heel. Go 4, 3, ribs along, 2, and 1, and then we're going to swap legs, and then sit back from here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then you're going to swing one leg forwards and then tuck the toe under of your back foot and then just push your hip towards that wall, and then you're going to raise your arms up as well. 4, reach up towards the ceiling. 3, pushing your hip forwards. 2, just keep moving. 1, swap legs. And then sink into your other hip, arms up. Arms straight above your head. 3, 2, and 1. Then bring your hands under your shoulders and then lift your hips up and go legs straight. Come onto your toes. So hands are under the shoulders, arms are straight, fingers are spread wide. And then I want you to press one heel down towards the mat and then swap legs. So one leg is bent, one leg is straight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. And then untuck your feet. Take your arms out. And just going to lean back. Your bum is travelling towards your heels. But as you hinge back, you're going to push your hip forwards at the same time. So what you're not going to do is sit down like this, but you're going to keep this nice straight line through your thigh bones, hips, chest as you lean back. And then I want you to pull one arm back, come back, and then row, single arm row with the other arm. So you lean back here, come back up, lean back here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then come on to your, get your elbows onto the floor, and your elbows are going to press into the floor. I want you to put your hand into your lower back here, and your elbow is going to, you're going to lever your arm. Your elbow is going to move towards the ceiling, and you're going to turn your head and look as well at the same time. How much can you rotate that elbow up towards the ceiling and this shoulder up towards the ceiling without lifting your head up? So just you can rotate your head and look, but not lift up. 2 more. 1 more. And then swap. So hand into the small of the back and then rotate and look. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back onto all fours, and I just want you to go opposite arm, opposite leg. Breathing out. So the back of your pelvis here, I want you to see if you can think about it being really flat, really square. So as you send one leg out, you're not rotating the hips, not getting too high. Just imagine you have a little plate of oranges on the back of your arm here, and they can't fall off as you send one leg away. So now reach the leg further, arm moves forwards, leg moves back as far as you can. So try and touch that wall in front of you and reach to the wall behind you. Length, 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 length. 3, 2, and 1, and then walk your hands all the way in, and then from there you're going to take your, so I'm on my toes with my heels lifted, and I'm going to get my elbows and I'm going to push my elbows into the inside of the knees, and I'm going to wiggle my hips and knees from side to side. And then start to put a bit more pressure of your arms on the inside of your knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring your feet and knees together. Hands are in front of you on your fingers. And then you're going to send your heels down, and the kneecaps are going to move backwards. And then you're going to come back down into this position. So you're going to look down at your feet and try and straighten your legs, and then sink all the way down. So we're going to go 4 more, 4, and then now look forwards, send the knees backwards, 3, look forwards, 2, 1 more, 1. Now let the hands hang down, legs straight, arms loose and easy, and then you're going to stand into your feet, send the tailbone down, then roll up, and then roll all the way down. Now keep the weight in the balls of your feet, not on your heels, as you dive down towards the floor. And then again, stand into the feet, tailbone goes down, pull the tummy in, roll up. Okay, roll the shoulders. Okay, and then shake the legs. Okay, so we're going to get going. A little bit more dynamic now. So knees, and feet wide, little wide squat. I want you to give yourself a little sort of arch in your feet, particularly if you're flat-footed. Big toes kind of driving in. So feel like you've got an arch, nice arch in your feet. And then knees wide as you sink and the pelvis dropping between your feet. And our hands here, then sink down. I just want to reach up now. Sink down and go up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then switch your feet so you're facing one way. Hands on your hips, and just get the knee to touch the floor if you can. If you're having to hinge forwards like this to get the knee down, I just want you to go down halfway. The most important thing is just keep that, just the knee over your heel, but not traveling too far forwards. So not going over your big toe, but over your heel as you sink and your body upright. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. So if you can't touch the floor, just go down halfway. 1, keeping that posture. Okay, switch your feet, turn the other way. Right, hands on the hips. So if you can't touch the floor with that back knee, keeping your posture nice and tall, then just go down halfway. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come to the top of your mat. Shake the legs. So I want you to reverse lunge, feet together. Reverse lunge, feet together. And then from here, if you want to touch that floor, get a little bit lower, as long as you're not cheating and hinging forward like this and putting your hands down, and you can stay nice and tall through your ribs, and you can get that back knee perhaps to touch the floor. Give me 6 more. 6, arms can be out for balance if you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing up, shake the legs. All right, so we're going to grab the weights now, or your cans. And if you don't have any weights, or you prefer not to use them, then it's no problem at all. Just going to pretend. But perhaps you've even got a couple of oranges that you can use. Something. All right, so put your right leg behind you into a reverse lunge, hands are out in front of you, and then you're going to drive your knee up and come into this sprint-like position at the top. 1, drop down, come up. 2, sink down, come up. 3, so it's a fast move up now. 4, and slow back. 5, slow back, fast up. 6, opposite arm, opposite knee. 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet together, shake the legs, other leg. Let's go, post the leg behind you, and then fast up. 1, 2. If it's too much, just bring the foot in next to the other foot. 3, without giving the knee lift. 4, or just go down halfway like that. 5, and touch. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. All right, come into the middle of the mat. So I want you to side lunge to one side of the mat and then side lunge to the other. And put the weights on the hips. Press the pelvis behind you. So give you a side view. So the pelvis behind you, but the chest is up, and I'm still in neutral as I hit that side lunge position. If you want to, you can add some arms or bicep curl here. Or if you've got really light weights, You can go straight arms forwards, knuckles up. So I'm not going to stop today for a drink. You guys obviously can stop whenever you want, grab a drink. This way for the first section, just keep the heart rate up. As we move, 2 more, 1 more, and good, feet hip width apart, so fairly narrow, hands on the hips and press the pelvis behind you, sit back, again, chest up, ribs long, and then you're going to come up onto your toes. Alright, so arms are just going to be by your sides, and you're going to drop down as deep as you can get, keeping your heels lifted, and then press all the way up with your heels lifted, and at the top let the heels settle on the floor. So ready? Heels lift. This means the knees are going to shoot forwards, that's okay. Come all the way down, press all the way up with your heels lifted, and then let the heels settle. If it's too much on your knees, just go down as halfway, just keeping your body upright. You can see that my body is very straight and moving on that straight line with the window in the background, and I'm moving on that vertical line at the edge of the curtain as I sink. You're trying to do the same, so your chin position is sort of tucked in, your head's not forward like that. Tuck the chin in and drop down, and then come up, heels up, sink down, come up, and then let the heels settle. Good, shake the legs. Alright, so come on to 1 foot, so lift 1 knee up. And then from there, I want to keep the knee at hip height. I want to bicep curl and shoulder press and then come down. Keep that going. Bicep curl, shoulder press, and then come down. So as you're reaching up now, I want you to press the foot that's on the floor down. So as I drive the arms up, press the bottom leg into the floor. Feel like you're getting a little bit more down pressure. So stay tall. 2 more. And 1 more, so use shoulders and then straight up. Good, come down, swap legs. So this knee is high, hip height, tall, and then bicep curl, and then reach up. Bicep curl, reach up. And then you're pressing this leg into the floor as you send the arms above your head. 2 more. 1 more. And down, good. And then shake the legs. All right, so we're going to go feet wide now, feet wide, and just bend the knees. And then hold about halfway down, arms out. I'll go 1 arm over, 1 arm under, and then swap. And then just take a little side lean. 2 more. 1 more. Good, hands on the hips. Come down and hold deep. Okay, from there, I want to lift 1 heel up at a time. And you're just resting the weights on the hips. So lift those heels, but stay low, stay deep. If you want to make it a little bit tougher, then do both legs at a time, so both heels. So you have a choice, either alternate or both heels. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come up, shake the legs. Okay, so put 1 leg behind, so I'm going to go right leg behind, back heel down. And I'm going to do a little bicep curl here. So I'm slightly leaning forwards. Okay, little bicep curl. Now this front leg is bent. Front leg is bent, back leg is straight, heel is down. Now as the arms come down, you're going to stand up on that front leg and pull the knee through and get really tall at the top. So heel down and then nice and tall, but we're going to do it slowly. Again, I want that thought that the front leg, that bottom leg, this standing leg, is driving into the mat as you get high here. So press it into the floor and almost like a slow motion knee lift up. 4. How much control do you have at this speed? 3. Heel down, nice and tall, chin tucked in at the top. 2. 1, and then swap legs. So back heel down, just give me some bicep curls. So push that heel down, front leg is bent, slightly leaning forwards, but you're not rounding at all, so still in neutral. So as the weights drop down, stand tall on that standing leg, knee high, and then behind you. Again, it's like a slow motion move, giving you time to drive the knee high and pressing that standing leg into the mat. 5, 4, 3, tall, 2, 1, and then you can put the weights down. Well done. Okay, so swap legs again. Rest the toe behind you. Front leg. You're going to go opposite hand towards the opposite little toe, and the other arm is going to spin behind you, reaching up towards the ceiling. Now you're going to bend both legs to do this. So it spins around, you're going to start to reach this hand up as you sink down. Now, if you find that too easy, you can raise your back leg off the floor. And we're going to do 8 more, and then get nice and tall. 1, 2, 3, reach the back, arm back high. 4, so you're twisting. 5, 6, 7, 1 more. 8, and then down, swap legs. So place the other leg behind you on the toe, arms wide, and then hand to little toe, and then get up nice and tall, reaching the arms long. The top arm is going to reach up towards the ceiling, and you're bending both legs, and you're trying to keep your ribs long. So you can see as I hit this position here, again, ribs are long, I'm not rounded. That position there. If you can't touch the toe, just go down as far as you can, keeping your ribs long. So maybe you're doing a bit just past the knee. So raise the back leg now. If you found it too easy, if you didn't, just keep the foot down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to come out of it and stand all the way up. 5, 6, 7, 8, and shake the legs. All right, we're going to switch legs again. This time your back leg is long and straight on the toe, so no bent leg on the back leg. I want you to hinge forwards and load this front leg and take your arms out. Now from there, you're going to rotate over that front knee. So if your left leg is forward, you're turning left. If your right leg is forward, you're turning right. You're going to try and take the one hand under the other hand. So imagine you're just holding a beach ball and you're just shifting it to one side. And you're taking one hand slightly and you're keeping your eyes on your hands as you rotate. Four more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and up, swap legs. So back leg straight. I'm going to kind of hinge forwards, reach the back leg long. See how my spine is level with my hips, my back leg. Arms out. Eyes forwards. From there, so you're not rounding your spine until ribs long. From there, you're going to rotate. So if your right leg is forwards, now you're turning right. If your left leg is forward, you're turning left. Then you're going to take your hand underneath the other hand as you rotate, and you're going to keep your eyes on your hands. Let's do 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, shake the legs. So I'm going to come down onto the mat now. So come to the back of your mat, feet together. Shift your weight into the balls of the feet. Hang the arms down. Now tuck the tailbone under and lift the belly button and round your spine. Dive down towards the mat. You're going to keep your eyes on your feet and walk all the way out. In the last moment, you're going to bring your chest through your arms and your head is in front of your hands and your arms are straight. Good. Walk it in, look at your feet. Stand into your feet, send the tailbone down to propel you up. We're going to do that again. So ready? Nod your head forwards, diving down, weight in the balls of the feet, so rounded. Keep your eyes on your feet and my head is between my arms. Now I'm going to bring my chest through, then my head. And hold still here. Okay, leg pull front. So send one leg behind you, point the toe, put it back onto the mat, and then do the other leg. 2. So if this is too much, come onto your elbows and try it. 3, 4, reach, point the toe. 5, 6, so head, neck and shoulders still. 7, pressing into the mat with your hands. 8, fingers spread wide. 9, one more. 10, come onto your knees. And then from there, go knees wide, but keep your feet together and take your hands further out in front. You're then going to sit back and then come forward so your shoulders are over your hands. Sit back, come forwards. Sit back, come forwards. 1 more. Sit back, come forwards. Good. Put your hands under your shoulders now and then slide the knees away so my knees are behind my hips. You're going to try and keep the elbows close to your body as you move down towards the floor and your head is in front of your hands. And I really want you to just push the floor away. Push. Feel like this part of you here is nice and smooth at the top and you don't have any wingy shoulder blades like this, but you really push the floor away. You can see how the logo on my t-shirt gets smooth. So let's do 6. 1, if it's too much, bring the knees in. If it's too easy, lift your knees up. 2, 3, so you can keep your knees down if you want to. 4, elbows in tight, push the floor away. 5, feel your feet as you push up. 6, and now sit back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Come on to your back now, so just move on to your back. Legs bent, feet together, knees together, arms by your sides. Tuck the tailbone under, a little pelvic tilt here, so you're sort of moving this way. Imagine I've got little dials on my hips and they just sort of rotate that way. So now I'm standing into my feet and reaching the thigh bones towards that wall. And it should feel like the hips are open here. Watch your ribs haven't popped open and flared, and that your ribs are soft at the top. So if you just get your hands on your ribs and just do a subtle movement pulling them down so that the space between your last rib and your hip bone here has got a little bit closer. All right, and then roll down. So ready, stand into the feet. Do not pop those ribs. And now at the top, can you hold and somehow let go of your glutes? So if you had to prod your glutes, they'd be nice and relaxed here. Okay, hold that position, and then I want to see if you can just walk the feet. So the knees are close together. You're going to try and keep the hips really square and stable. If it's too easy, take the hands away. And the knees close together and point the toe. Breathe out as you reach. Arms straight. Reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Fingers together, fingers straight. Now, if you want to make it tougher, as you kick that leg forwards, you can take your hands behind you and then above your chest. Behind you and above the chest. Or you can just keep your arms by your sides. So whichever version you're doing, let's do 6 more. And just length again, so how far can you reach that leg forwards? But most important is the stable hips, square hips here, square knees. So you have to push one foot into the floor as you take the other leg away. Just 2 more. 1 more. Good. Come down and then take your legs up into tabletop. Arms out by your sides, palms down. So my hands are between my hips and shoulders, which you can't see, but they are. Okay, so my arms are out here, and they are level between my hips and shoulders. Okay, so from there you're going to go knees side to side, keeping your knees and feet together, and you're going to breathe out as the knees drop over to the side, and you're going to look the other way. So as my knees drop, I breathe out. Now to bring the knees back in, the opposite rib cage, to start the move off, is going to press into the mat. So I'm going to pull these ribs down, and then my knees follow. So the knees drop to this side, then it's my opposite rib cage. I'm going to pull into the mat, and the knees just follow. Easy. And you're still looking the other way, and you're still breathing out as you drop them to the side. 2 more. Keeping the shoulder blades on the floor. 1 more. All right, put your feet back down onto the floor. 1 leg into tabletop. So we're going to bridge on 1 leg now. So this leg is down, this leg is in tabletop. Press through the bottom leg to lift the hip up. If you want to make it a bit tougher, you can straighten the leg up towards the ceiling. Tougher still, take the hands away. Okay, so let's go. 8 more. 8, 7, 6. It's too much. Arms by your side. So 5, 4, 3. Press that foot into the floor. 2, and then lift up and hold. Okay, from here, everyone's going to straighten the leg up. And now bring your hands down if they're not down. Like a windscreen wiper, I want that leg to move down towards the other knee and then up towards the ceiling, keeping the length and keeping a really stable opposite hip. So as this hip is moving, this leg is still and stable. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come all the way down, have a little shake, and then put the other leg into tabletop, and then single leg bridge on the other leg. And like I said, this leg can just be in tabletop, so the knees above the hip, pretty flat here. Or you can make it tougher, take the leg up, arms up even harder, taking some of the support away, pressing this leg into the floor now to lift this hip up. 5, 4, arms are reaching if you've got them up here, straight. 3, fingers together, straight. 2, now everyone comes up, arms down. So if your leg is like this, you're going to take it up straight. Now like a windscreen wiper on the other leg, it's going to go down. It's not going to pass the other knee. 3, 10 of these. 4, so you're pressing this opposite leg into the floor. 5, keeping the height in your hip. If you're finding it easy, 6, try and lift this hip up another inch higher. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then come down and shake the legs, shake the legs. Okay, so just pull the knees into the chest and then bring your nose between your knees. Good, and then take your legs and arms out straight into a roll-up. So pull the toes back, arms straight behind you, tuck the tailbone under, take a breath in. And then bring your hands over your head, over your chest, and start to peel off the mat. And then from here, you're going to start to breathe out. But you're going to stay scooped, stay rounded in your spine. And you're going to reach towards your toes. Take a breath in here. And then breathe out as you come down. Breathe in here. Tailbone tucked under. Arms over your chest. Start to peel off the mat. Start to look forwards. Breathe out. And reach over your toes. Breathe in. And then breathe out as you go down. Breathe in here. Peel off the mat. And then breathe out. Head between your arms. Good. And then come all the way down and then take your legs into tabletop. Arms are going to float above your hips, lift the chest up, start to look at your knees. So you're reaching your arms long, fingers together, eyes on your knees. From there you're going to drive the arms up and down. So this is modified 100s. So the movement is from your shoulder joint. You're not flapping at the elbows or wrists at all. And you're going to try and breathe in for 5 beats and out for 5. So you breathe in. And out. In and out. Now if you're finding that too easy for some reason, because you're a Pilates master, then go legs straight and arms just above the thighs and try it from there. Okay, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, shoulder blades are off the floor, 6, 5, arms driving, 4, 3, 2, 1, feet down, rest the head. Good, take your legs up back into tabletop, arms by your sides. Now, neutral spine, so think about this light space in your lower back. You're not pushing your lower back into the floor here, so there's a light space and you're going to try and keep that light space as your big toe heads down towards the end of the mat. Now, to help this move, you're going to breathe out as the foot heads down. And you're going to try and keep a little bit of space in the back of the kneecap here. And you're going to try and keep one leg still as it moves. So you're not going up, down, up, down, up, down. It's control. One leg is moving, the other leg is still. If it's too easy, take the hands away. And if it's still too easy, you can go opposite leg, opposite hand. But I want you to see if you can keep the other hand still above your shoulder as the other arm moves. the arms aren't doing this, the other arm is still as the other arm moves back. Breathing out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Okay, and then just arms straight, and then just roll onto your side, facing your computer, and then bring your elbow under your shoulder. Take the feet towards your bum, and try and get your ribs, hips, and legs in a straight line, and then push through this elbow to lift the hip up. Hand on the back of the head. Now you have a choice. You can stay on your knees and rotate like this, or if you want to make it tougher, we're going to go legs straight, stack the feet on top of each other, make sure this part of your rib cage is lifted, and then down towards the mat and then up. 1, 2, if it's too much, knees stacked. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, keep this hip rib high, 10, bend the knees if you're not having them bent already, and then you're going to swing your legs to the other side so you can see your computer. You're going to stack the knees on top of each other, press through this elbow, so you've got this little sort of gap under the armpit here, so you've got this space, you haven't just collapsed into your ribs, yeah? Head is in the middle of your shoulders. Hand here, and then you're going to rotate down and up. You've got 10, or feet stack. Here we go. 1, 2, legs are strong, legs are straight. 3, press this elbow into the mat. 4, keep this rib high. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come onto your backs. Pull the knees into the chest. Okay, so we'll send one leg out straight. Take the shin in both hands. And then you want to get your eye line level with your knee, shin and foot, and bring your shoulder blades off the floor, and your elbows are wide. So my elbows are that wide. My upper back feels wide. From there, swap legs and breathe out. Now, pull that knee into your chest, and at the same time, press the knee into the hands. And breathe out. Nice, strong breath. And then we're going to speed it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then pull the knees in, come down, and then just move the knees from side to side. And then come onto your bum, sit forwards. Take your hands forwards. I give you a choice here. So we're going to go into like a reverse tabletop position, pushing the floor away. And you can take one leg away, keep those knees and hips together, very much like the move we did earlier when we were in our bridging, we were walking the feet. Or if you're finding that too easy to keep the stability through your hips and square hips, you're going to go legs straight, push the hips up. And this is leg pull. Okay, so ready, you're going to press into one leg, lift the other leg up high, put it onto the floor, and then do the other leg. 2. Almost finished, guys. Another minute. 3, 4, push the floor away. 5, legs straight, eyes on the ceiling. 6, but not behind you. 7, give me one more. Ready, push. 8, good, come all the way down. And then shake the arms. Good work, well done. Okay, so we're just going to do a few moves. to finish off. So keep the legs straight, pull the toes back towards your face, arms up. Now do a little tuck of your tailbone under, and then reach your hands over your feet. So scoop, and then reach, and then come up, restack. Scoop, tuck, reach, uncurl, restack. One more, scoop, tuck, reach, come up, restack. Okay, so you're going to go feet wide now. And if you can't sit tall like this, it's a bit too much, then just bend the knees a little bit and then just twist. Breathe out as you twist. Arms reaching, wide arms, okay? And then start to look over your shoulder. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bend the legs. Cross the legs, put the hands down by your sides, sit tall. Take one hand over your head, put it onto the floor, and then swap, reach. Try and sit tall and do this. Keep the shoulder heavy as you reach over. 2 more. 1 more, and then come on to all fours. And then from there, you're going to push the floor away, tuck, scoop, come back, tuck, scoop, come back. And then you're going to bring your feet and knees together, and then walk your hands back and try and sit back. Untuck the feet and try and get your bum on your heels. If you can't do that, if you grab a cushion or if you have a towel with you, you can put a towel under your heels and bum. Hands by your sides. And then from there, what we're going to do is I'm going to scoop and pull the tummy in. And then see if I can take my forehead down towards the mat, but keeping your bum on your heels. Now when you get a little bit stuck, I want you to breathe in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. Big deep breath. Keep that bum on your heels. Good, and then walk the hands in and then uncurl. Restack, walk your hands in. All right, and then you're going to kind of push off your knee, and one foot is forwards. So just push the hip forwards. Now come out and hold here. Tuck the tailbone under. So imagine you've got dials on those hips and they've gone that way. Arms up. So if your left leg is forwards, you're turning left. If your right leg is forwards, you're going to side bend right and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come back in, swap legs. So one leg is forwards, you're going to push, and then you're going to tuck those hips under that way. So ready? Arms up. So if your right leg is forwards, you're turning right. If your left leg is forwards, you're turning left. And hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come and stand up. Feet together, arms by your sides, and then you're just going to swing your arms around and look over your shoulder. You're really loose, really easy, drifting round, floppy, and then just take your ear to your shoulder, keep your arms and legs still, and then opposite hand down, and then come in, ear to shoulder, opposite hand down towards the floor, come in, and then check it off. Well done, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Amazing. And obviously, for those of you who haven't been doing this, we do this every day at 11 o'clock. Feel free to email either Pilates Circuit or Bootcamp Pilates for more information, or just see our Instagram on either Bootcamp Pilates or Pilates Circuit to find out how you sign up to the 11 o'clock. We have drop-ins and monthly sessions. All right, thank you very much. See you soon.